But you have to get the vision for the provision. Amen. You have to include God in your business. You have to include God on your job. You have to include God in these things. And the question we want to ask ourselves is, what is the marketplace? What is the marketplace? The marketplace is the governmental system. It's the governmental system. The marketplace is your job. It's your place of business. It's your education. I'm a medical doctor. I'm a lawyer. I'm a police officer. I'm a construction worker. I'm a veterinarian. I'm in the Army. I'm in the Navy. I'm a teacher. I'm a principal. This is the marketplace. Amen, amen. This is how I make my money. It's how I bring in my financial income. Amen, amen. I'm in a governmental system. This is the marketplace. Amen, amen. Now, Uncle Sam come take his taxes, amen. He come get his money off top out of the gross, amen, amen. But we can't pay 10% to take care of the church. The 10% the govern the church, the church's system, amen, amen. But we're supposed to be making intercession, is what I'm saying, for provision. Amen. We're supposed to get the vision how the church is supposed to function. We have to get the vision how the world is supposed to function, amen, amen. And this is our job because God has given us dominion over the earth to rule the earth. Amen, amen. Jesus said, pray, our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. So this is saying that heaven has a governmental system. Heaven has a governmental system. Earth is ran the same way heaven is. Amen, amen. Heaven has storehouses, but you're not paying tithes, and you're not sowing seeds to put in your storehouse. Your seed take care of your heavenly home. Amen, amen. Heaven has a governmental system. So when you get to heaven, God said, oh yeah, you have something in the storehouse. God said, you have something in the storehouse that you can live on in heaven. Amen, amen. But we're focused on the earthly things. Amen, amen. We're focused on the earthly things. Amen, amen. Earth is ran the same way heaven is ran. Amen, amen. There's a spiritual marketplace in the heavens, and you have storehouses. Angels have jobs. Amen, amen. They govern heaven's system. They govern heaven's system. They are counselors in heaven. Amen, amen. Heaven has a presidential system. Heaven has a presidential system. Heaven has armies. Amen, amen. The Archangel Michael is the captain of the chief of the armies of heaven. Angels open up doors for the rain. They open up doors for the season, the winter, the summer, the fall, the snow, the hail. Amen, amen. This is their jobs. These angels have jobs. Amen, amen. They don't just attend the people. They carry out the vision for the provision of God for us. Amen, amen. They work daily, amen, amen, to keep the sun going. Amen, amen. They work daily to keep the winds and everything functioning for us. Amen, amen. But there are a certain group of angels called dominions. They handle the governmental system of heaven. Amen, amen. And God has made us and given us dominion. He has made us kings